So here we go, my friends. It's time for my Nerf 101 series to focus in on the Nerf Rival series, as well as the ball blasters actually created by Dart Zone and Zuru X-Shot under their new Chaos series. There are 30 blasters in all right now currently on the market. There are 2 more that are actually going to be released hopefully this year. We have a ton of information to get to, so let's just jump right into it. Now, parents out there, the Nerf Rival series and the ball blasters that we're going to show you from Dart Zone, well, they actually created some for Adventure Force too, but we'll get into that in a few. As well as Zuru X-Shot, all are designed and marketed towards ages 14 plus. They all fire a small foam ball-like projectile and all shoot considerably hard. So let's show you the different ammo choices you can get from the major brands, because each one of these companies has their own line of ammo, and the ammo is cross-compatible with any of the blasters that you want to use. So you can shop and compare based on price. Thus leads us to your options. First option, the Nerf official high impact round and the foam ball that started it all. Comes in a wide variety of different packs, the most common being 100 ball pack. Next up would be the orange Dart Zone ammo. They actually put that out under Adventure Force, and it's called the Tactical Strike ammo. It comes in a wide variety of packs, and I'd say the best value pack is probably their 150 pack. And the third ammo type is the Zuru X-Shot Chaos ammo. This comes in 2 variety packs of 50 and 100. Now, in all honesty, guys, if you go on to Amazon.com and type in Nerf Rival ammo, you are going to find a wide array of third-party and knockoff foam balls that you can actually purchase and test out in your blasters. There are so many of them out there, it's impossible to actually check all of them. So, for the sake of this video, I just wanted to give you the list of the top 3 ammo types by the companies that blasters are going to be featured in this video. Now, as I said before, these blasters actually fire considerably harder than your normal standard dart blasters. They're shooting typically above 85 feet per second, and for that reason, I would recommend full face protection, especially if you're younger than the recommended age of 14 plus. If you're an adult, hey, use your own judgment. You want to wear a pair of glasses, wear a pair of glasses. Just note, if you get shot in the cheek, you are going to feel it. Still don't think you need full face protection? Yeah, I think that's the way to go. So let's take a look at some of the options that actually Nerf offers. They do have a couple of full face masks. The red and blue ones actually came out initially. When the Phantom Core series dropped, they dropped a white version. And then with the special Mandalorian pack, which was a special edition blaster, they did give you a Star Wars version. Now again, for those of you that don't want to wear full face protection, you can always check out these Nerf Rival goggles that they put out, which actually also allows you to switch teams. So you can be red, white, or blue with the flip of a switch. Now, when we look at Dart Zone, they did put out one tactical mask, which actually has these team color changing tags. The mask actually itself looks pretty cool, and they have one option currently available. As far as Zuru X-Shot, they have not put out a mask with their new blasters yet, but again, their blasters just came out less than a month ago, so maybe it's something in the works that we just don't know about yet. And finally, I just wanted to show you a third-party off-brand option that's on Amazon. It's a 2-pack that you can pick up that my son is particularly very fond of. Now, all of these blasters can be currently broken down into one of 2 categories, either motorized or spring-powered. Now, when it comes to the motorized blasters, there's 2 different types of options. You can have semi-automatic, which is every time you pull the trigger, one ball comes out, or full automatic, where you just literally hold the trigger and the rounds just fly out of the blaster. Where I want to start is the motorized version of blasters, because of the fact I want to talk about batteries. Guys, there are a few rechargeable batteries on the market, one of which is actually compatible with a few different off-brand blasters, so I want to make sure that's very clear to you guys, so when you're out there shopping, you can actually make really good decisions. Let's bring in the options of what is available out there. And as you can see, we have C's and D's. We have the Nerf Rival rechargeable pack. We have 2 Nymph batteries. One is designed for the Prometheus in particular, and the other is designed for the new Persis that hit the market. So let's go to C's. Unfortunately, the Nerf Rival Zeus, which was the first flywheel blaster ever created under this ball blasting category, only uses C batteries. You can use rechargeable C's in that blaster, but anything else is not going to work. Now here's the beauty, guys. When it comes to all of the other motorized blasters outside of the Prometheus, Persis, and Zeus, you can actually have your choice. You can use alkaline batteries, or you can use the Rival rechargeable pack. That includes even the other blasters outside of Nerf's realm. The Adventure Force Quantum, the Dart Zone Velocity, and the Adventure Force Accelerator all will accept the Rival rechargeable pack. And the beauty of that pack is that, one, it's going to cut down on the weight of your blaster, it's going to increase the power of your blaster by a few feet per second, and it's going to dramatically lower your cost over time to replenish batteries. It is honestly a win-win. Next up, we're going to focus on how these blasters actually load. We have the 40-round magazine, which is actually used within the Chaos system. We have two different types of stick mags. One holds 7 rounds, the other holds 12. And those go in a wide array of different blasters. Now we have hopper-fed blasters like the Prometheus, which holds 200. We have the Nemesis, which holds 100. And we have the Persis, which actually holds 50. We can then slide over to the Dart Zone Quantum, which actually has a hopper that holds 100. And then with Dart Zone, they actually made 3 different hopper styles. One that holds 8 rounds, not very useful. Then they have a 25-round hopper that was put on the accelerator. And finally, the best of the bunch, which was the Velocity with a 40-round capacity hopper. Then we have stick mags, which are actually fixed on the blaster, like the Hades and the Artemis. And then we have internal magazines or breech loading like the Orbit or the Liberator, not to mention the Jupiter or the Mercury, as well as the Kronos. Now, going back to the Dart Zone hoppers, there is something that you're going to find quite interesting. Now, when it comes to Nerf, their hoppers are not interchangeable, meaning that they will not actually work in different blasters within the Nerf realm. They're not compatible. When it comes to Dart Zone, however, that's one of the beauties of what they did. Here's the accelerator with a 25-round hopper. But if you want more ammo in that, you can go ahead and get you a Velocity 40-round hopper, put it on your accelerator, and it will work. Minus one little feature. Inside the 40-round hopper, there is an agitator that'll actually pop up to aid loading. When you do put it in the Adventure Force Accelerator version, it will not pop up. So with this blaster, the one downfall is you have to constantly shake it to get the balls to feed. And even though this blaster has the agitator, it only works in the Velocity. So, will the 40-round hopper work on the accelerator? Absolutely, my friends. And not only will it work on the accelerator, you can put it on the spring-powered titanium, or their very first ball blaster Dart Zone ever created, the Powerball. That's one of the beauties of the Dart Zone 40-round hopper and all of the hoppers in general. Pick your favorite Dart Zone blaster, go ahead and purchase this hopper separately right here. My friends, quickly go over to dartzoneblasters.com, quickly come over here to the shop tab, click that. That's going to bring you over to this double choice, pick the covert ops side. Once you click that, here are the attachments that you can actually buy separately. A 20-round ammo belt, but what you want is the 40-round hopper right here for $21.99. Plus 40-round refill pack, so it's worth it, especially if you have any of the Dart Zone blasters. A lot of you noticed last week that in the community tab, I actually posted a poll asking for your feedback and top 7 rival blasters, including Dart Zone, Adventure Force, and the X-Shock Chaos series. Now, the feedback was tremendous, so I put together some fan feedback cards so that I could sprinkle in throughout this video. So not only could you go off of my opinion, you'll also get others' opinions that are in the Nerf hobby. So let's bring up that very first fan feedback card and share their thoughts. Now, real quick, this first list I'm throwing together for you is basically the special editions list. All right, this is blasters that actually have a theme, say Deadpool, Overwatch, or Star Wars that Nerf released underneath the Rival line. These blasters tended to be a lot more expensive than your typical blaster. For instance, the Deadpool Kronos pistols. Guys, a regular Kronos runs $14.95, but for a dual pack with the Deadpool logo, you were gonna pay probably around $59.99 for that special editions pack. So I'm not here to actually rank these packs, I just wanna bring these blasters to your attention because they are out there and available in case you are interested. Now, October 31st, the Soldier 76 blaster from Overwatch is actually going to make its release. I've actually already got that one pre-ordered. It is a little bit more expensive, but I kind of like the way that one looks and I want to test it out. The other pistol that I currently don't have that is a special editions pistol is the Deadpool Kronos pistol, the white version. If you're interested in picking one up, I've actually been debating it the last couple of days. Here's where you can actually find that one. So my friends, if you'd like to pick up the white version of the Deadpool Kronos pistol, go ahead and head over to HasbroPulse.com. Big shout out to Matthew Yoho, one of my subscribers who actually sent me this link. And now it's time to take a look at another fan feedback card. Now my friends, it's time to give give you a quick rundown of the blasters with the highest capacity, meaning which blaster on one entire loadout is going to keep you in the game the longest. Oh, what was that? You need a little bit more fan feedback? All right, on to card number 3. All right, parents, are you guys kind of wondering out of all of these different choices, which ones are the most expensive? Well, I got that list for you too. So here are the 5 blasters that might actually break your wallet. Watch out, here comes fan feedback card number 4. On my next list, I'm going to give you 5 blasters that I currently feel are basically just outdated at this point. Number 1 and number 2 are the Apollo and the Zeus. Both of those are the very first 2 blasters that Nerf ever produced under the ball blaster category. Honestly, Father Time just caught up with those 2 blasters, and for the Zeus in particular, the fact that it's stuck using C batteries and is not able to use a rechargeable platform really just makes it an antiquated system. My number 3 choice is going to be the Adventure Force Accelerator, and the reason being is the velocity is out. Okay, the accelerator's main issue is that the balls are gravity fed, so that means you're going to end up shaking the blaster a lot during firing to actually get the balls to feed. The velocity had an improvement made with that blaster because they added an agitator to the hopper, which made the feeding mechanism on that blaster much better. And at number 4 will be Dart Zone's very first ball blaster they ever created. That was the Powerball, and honestly, it's just strictly because they actually created the titanium following it, and that one's actually just a better platform. And number 5 on this list is going to be the Nerf Rival Atlas. Yes, my friends, it's time for the Atlas to go, even though I still kind of like firing that blaster. But with the new arrival of the Hypnos, now you have the X-Shot Series Chaos Orbit. Then you can go over to Adventure Force and check out the Liberator. The Atlas and its finicky loading system, it's just basically time, my friends. Here's the next fan feedback card, number 5. Next list I put together for you are blasters that I actually feel are on the verge of being outdated. Now, I like all 3 of these blasters. I want to make that very clear up front, but honestly, with all the other options that are on the market right now, these are on the verge of being pushed out into retirement. First up is the Chaos. Guys, the blaster itself is actually really nice. The price tag's actually, pretty good for a full auto blaster. The problem becomes the 40-round magazine. With the hopper technology that a lot of blasters are implementing nowadays, that just feels very outdated in the full auto realm. Second blaster on the list is the Helios, and I still like this blaster a lot, and there's a few different variants. You can get blue, red, or the Phantom Core edition, which is the white one, and not to mention they're coming out with one in the yellow version from the Rival Edge series. Now, the problem for the Helios, in my opinion, is the fact that the X-Shot Chaos Orbit came out, basically an extra ball or 2, and the blaster fires even a little bit harder than the Helios. Then you have the Adventure Force or Dart Zone Titanium. That's another solid blaster which you can actually get an extra hopper and throw that on and increase the capacity well over that of the Helios. And then third, I'd even argue you could throw the Hypnos up into that category, even though I'm not really sure if they match up properly. Now, the third blaster on this list, actually, for me personally, it made my top list at the end, so this was a really tough decision for me to add it to this portion of this list. But I gotta call the Artemis out. Now, putting the Artemis on this list may seem a little bit weird, but hear me out real quick, alright? A lot of people are liking the Hades a lot more because it has a 60-round capacity as opposed to 30. And that's the main reason why I think it was necessary to put that blaster on this list. I'm not saying it's there yet. Personally, it made my overall top list for favorite blast, especially after I did a few mods where I was actually able to change the priming mechanism and put on a stock adapter so I could actually outfit it a little bit better. I actually grew to like the Artemis even more. But I'd be remiss if I didn't say that the Artemis's time is drawing near. And feedback number 6. A few minutes ago, we broke your wallet with the most expensive blasters. Now I'm gonna give you my budget list. And my budget list consists of 8 blasters which will actually repair your wallet and leave you a lot of extra money for you to pick up extra packs of ammo. So starting off at number 8, we're going to go with the Adventure Force Sentry. This pistol is going to run you $9.99 and it's going to shoot at 71 feet per second. Now, while the performance is well below pretty much all of the other blasters that we're looking at, the value's there at the price tag, all right? And with 6 shots at your disposal, it's not a bad value. Number 7, I'm going with the Dart Zone Velocity. Although this blaster is going to run $39.99, I actually grabbed one on sale last year for around, I want to say about $18 around the holidays. And guys, for a 40-round capacity blaster with a hopper-fed, semi-automatic, that's shooting at 96 feet per second, that's a steal in my book, even at the full price of $39.99. My 6th pick for budget best blasters is the Adventure Force Liberator. This 10-shot capacity shotgun-style blaster is actually firing at about 78 feet per second, but with a $19.99 price tag, that's more than fair. In at number 5 is the $14.99 Chronos. Guys, that blaster is just epic. It was my 2018 pick for Blaster of the Year because of value and performance and the ability to actually mod this blaster numerous different ways. It's still a classic pistol. Honestly, last year around Black Friday, you could pick them up for about $7.99 during some Amazon sales. That's a budget if you ask me. Blaster at number 4 is one I don't hear spoken about very often, and that is the Adventure Force or Dart Zone Titanium. It comes in green and blue variants. Guys, it's going to run you about $17. And you can use any different hopper. You can use an 8-round, a 25-round, or the 40-round hopper. It's shooting at 96 feet per second with a shotgun prime and a very comfortable grip. More than fair for that price. Number 2 and 3 are the 2 newcomers on the block from the X-Shot Chaos series. That's the Meteor and the Orbit. These blasters are going to run you $19.99 for the Orbit, $12.99 for the Meteor. You're going to get 6 shots with the pistol, 14 shots with the Orbit. They're both shooting at 95 feet per second, and guys, the blasters are a lot of fun to use. They're simple to prime for little nerfers as well. Finally, the best budget blaster on the market, in my opinion, is the Adventure Force Quantum. This is basically in competition with the Nemesis, and it is half the price. Now, although the plastic doesn't feel as sturdy as the Nerf Nemesis, guys, you're shooting at 102 feet per second with Nerf Rival rounds. It is Rival battery compatible, and you have 100 rounds and full auto. Not to mention, it doesn't use a rev trigger. It actually uses an on-off switch. So if you have little nerfers in your life, it's a perfect blaster for them to actually use. That's gonna do it for my budget list. What do you guys think? If you don't agree, or you think I omitted one, drop it in the comment section. Now, real quick, I just wanna go over a couple of accessories that Nerf offers. One we spoke about earlier, which is the rechargeable Rival battery pack. The second is the Nerf Rival Red Dot Scope, and the third is the tactical flashlight / foregrip. Now, if I had to put these attachments in order of importance of you buying, I would definitely say the Rival rechargeable pack should be first on your list. The fact that this pack can be used in so many different blasters, it's really invaluable. After the battery, the second attachment I would pick up would be the Rival Red Dot sight. This thing looks amazing on a lot of the blasters, and the light itself on the sight is actually really bright. Is it going to help you aim? Probably not, but if you want to go for a nice aesthetic look, this is the next one you're going to want to pick up. Next, you can pick up the tactical flashlight if you choose to. The only blaster I really found that it worked extremely well on was the Chaos, and that was part of my outdated blasters list, so at this point I'm not really sure how relevant this is anymore. But just so you're aware, you can, with a simple twist, remove the tactical foregrip and just use it as a tactical flashlight that can be used on a wide array of blasters. So this one is still actually worth picking up. And finally, fan feedback card number 7. Alright, my friends, it's that time. We're going to give you my son's list, and he's 5 years old at this time, and he can actually fire a wide array of these blasters. But he has his particular favorites, and if given the opportunity, these are usually the ones that he gravitates to grab. 1, the Mercury. He loves the priming bolt on this pistol, and it aids him in actually firing. For the record, he can fire the Heracles, he can fire the Nerf Rival Chronos, he can fire the X-Shot Meteor, which is actually on his list as well. So actually, the Meteor is one of those ones too. And the other pistol that he absolutely loves is the Knockout. He likes all the steps that it takes to fire one ball, and he has a blast playing with it. As you guys saw in my review of the X-Shot Chaos Orbit, the blaster is extremely easy to prime for kids that are his age, and he absolutely loved that blaster. We've had wars with that at least 5 times last week. And one blaster that him and I both agree on is the Artemis. He actually likes it. It's got the 2 handles for him to actually easily prime it, and really reminds him of the Roto Fury with a ton more ammo. And then finally, the big one on the list is the Prometheus. My son loves grabbing that blaster. It's easy to hold for him. He's not going to sprint top speed with it, but if you put that in his hands and you just have everybody running for cover, the smile on his face is literally infectious. So that's going to wrap things up from my son's list, and now it's time to move on to my list. I gotta be honest with you guys, I had a tough time putting the Springer portion of this list together. For me, I really struggled with this, but I think I kind of got it together. So when it comes to full auto blasters, top one on my list, hands down, probably my new favorite primary is easily the Persis. I love this blaster, and the minute I'm gonna get that Out of Darts extended hopper to extend the capacity on it, oh man, I can't wait to play with that. When I pull that out, my son just instantly starts running the minute I actually rev up the flywheel. The second one, how can you argue with the game changer back in 2017, which is the Nemesis, my friends? That one took my Blaster of the Year award home in 2017, and honestly, there's not really much that can actually beat it on the market, and there's a lot of tug and war going back and forth right now on the Persis or the Nemesis for overall top blaster. But it's going to depend on your playstyle. For me, it's the Persis, but the Nemesis is a really close second. Now, as far as semi-automatic flywheel blasters, I'm going with one of my all-time favorites, the Hera. I absolutely love that blaster. Although the capacity is low, it's really, really accurate and a ton of fun to shoot. I love the trigger response, and the price isn't overly damaging. And the second one is one I don't hear spoken about a whole lot, and that's the Dart Zone Velocity. 40 rounds, they got an agitator which aids in feeding, 96 feet per second, and Rival battery compatible for a $39.99 price tag. And honestly, on sale, I got it for under 20 bucks. Yeah, count me in. Now on to the Springer portion of this list, and this is where it gets tough. Guys, the Kronos took home my 2018 Blaster of the Year, like I said earlier, so that one's definitely on the list, hands down. Second one for me would be the Nerf Rival Artemis, and that blaster actually has grown on me. Back in the day when it first came out, I really wasn't crazy about the accuracy, but I've actually enjoyed it more and more the more I've played with it. Now, for me personally, I prefer that over the Hades, and only because I like the smaller platform, which is probably why I prefer the Persis over the Nemesis. The next two for me, I'm definitely putting in, are both X-Shot Chaos Blasters. I think they did a wonderful job coming out of the gate with their first 2 entries into the ball blasting category, and you know what? They're gonna make my favorite list. Price is right, the performance is both at 95 feet per second, and they can handle their business in the aesthetics department. Next pick is one that I actually, again, don't hear talked about very often, and it is the Adventure Force Titanium. Guys, there's a lot of options with that blaster for an extremely low price tag, and it's firing at 96 feet per second, so for me, there's a whole lot to like there. And finally, although the performance isn't where a lot of the other blasters are, I gotta love that Liberator shotgun. It is a lot of fun to use and is fairly accurate. All right, guys, now you have my list, you have my son's list. Now I'm gonna give you the side-by-side detail cards, which will actually line these blasters right up next to one another, and you'll get all of the base stats. This video is intense and take a lot of time to make, but it was worth it. I love the Nerf Rival series. It is hands down my favorite series in the entire Nerf lineup. And I gotta be honest, the fact that other companies are bringing ball blasters to market are a beautiful thing. Well, I'm definitely going into hibernation after this video, guys. It took quite a while to make. So if you found it helpful, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, feel free to tap that button so you don't miss informative videos just like this one. Guys, I'm out. Have a great rest of your weekend. See you on the next vid.